Well, what's up again there, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I have a little bit of a social experiment to share with you guys today. Now, as for those of you who don't know, recently I picked up a brand new $800 camera, which I'll be, I guess, officially premiering on the 4-year anniversary of my channel, which comes up on the 19th of this month. Now, I've actually been playing around with it a little bit, and I can't really decide whether or not it's actually better than my older camera, so I decided to turn to you guys to answer that question for me. Over the next 4 minutes, you're going to see 4 different camera angles, or not really camera angles, more from 4 different camera images that are from multiple different cameras that I owned. And what I need you guys to do is tell me which one you think is the best. I want you guys to look for anything in terms of, quality, if you notice anything in the background, if you see any glares, or, seeing different pigments in the coloring of things you've seen around the room. Tell me which one you think is the best in the comments down below just by saying camera 1 or 2 or 3, and it's in no particular order. I'm just trying to figure out which camera is the best one to make sure that my $800 was very well spent, because I want to make the best looking quality for you guys. So with that out of the way, I'm going to stop talking right now and start off with the first camera image. Thank you, and hope you guys enjoy. So this being camera 1, I decided I wanted to talk a little bit more about my trip that I went to go visit my brother. I gotta say, it was really the best trip I had this year. It kind of showed me, how much more enthusiastic I can be when I'm actually around people that kind of give me a very big positive vibe, which is something I'm hoping to change this year, because I really, the last few years, haven't had a lot of opportunity to actually meet up with people. I mean, those few moments or a few times throughout the year that I do get a chance to hang out with someone, it really makes a serious difference. And I notice it here, and I notice it in my work when I do stuff for the channel. And I don't know, I'm just hoping that moving forward in 2016, I could have more opportunities like that. And with that done, I'm going to jump onto the next camera. And as I was saying, I'm really at my A game when I'm hanging out with my brother. It was a really great trip, as some of you guys may know. Did a lot of really cool things. I mean, the best thing we did was played some really serious Mortal Kombat, which that was fun. I always prefer playing fighting games in person than I do like doing it overline, because there's all this lag and there's all these excuses. Another thing I got to do while I was down there was I actually got to look around at the area, because that could be a potential moving area, and I gotta say, it actually has some pretty beautiful views. I was actually surprised for it being El Paso, Texas. I really wasn't expecting all that much, but seeing how where he lives, I can understand why he would pick that particular area. And I think now I'm going to go on to the third camera image. And as my trip went on, I got a chance to meet up with a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while. And it was kind of an odd environment for me to kind of be hanging around a lot of people who I don't really get to see all that often, just to see that they were all doing all right. And it kind of threw me back to a much earlier time in my life when I actually had the opportunity to hang out with a lot of people, which, to be honest, I really hadn't experienced that since college. I mean, after high school, I had a group of friends, and we all lost track of each other, and then I went to college, and I also made friends from that point. But then after I got out of college, I kind of went into this yearly long funk of just not really being able to hang out with anyone. I mean, even when I was working at my first job at Walgreens, I had a lot of work employees, but we didn't really hang out or do anything outside of work. And with that, I'm going to go into the final camera angle. So now, going on to a final closing statement, I can easily say that I have a lot of big plans and goals for the channel this year. Some were inspired by you guys, and I gotta say, in my most recent video where I kind of asked for some of you guys' goals and ideas for future videos, I have taken a lot of them into consideration, and some of them I'm actually currently working on. And it's kind of crazy to think that I'll be hitting 4 years coming next week. I don't know, it just seems like yesterday when I was that much younger version of me that kind of did everything in his power to not be on camera. I mean, heck, if you ever met me while I was in high school, you couldn't get me in front of a camera to save your life. And I guess me doing this, I guess it shows just how much I've grown over the past. Jeez, that would be almost, I want to say 7 years since I was in high school, which is just crazy. All the memories. And with that, I'm going to end the video right there. So I need you guys to tell me in the comments down below which camera angle you thought was best. I'm sure you can tell from the 4 different camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. And hopefully if you guys pick the right one, I'll know that the camera that I spent $800 for was very well spent. Because if you guys don't, I'm going to feel like a really big idiot. So with that done, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please help me out with this test, and I will see you next time.